Aside from my soul.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about convenience snacks and snacks that you can take on the go, in a car, on a plane, even just going to work. These are snacks that you can take wherever you are, and they're not going to crumble, they're not going to melt. They're going to be really convenient and also healthy for you. This is a topic that I am pretty experienced with because I've been a student for a very long time, so I know what it's like to need convenient, healthy foods to bring along with you. We're just going to go over some of my favorite stuff, and hopefully you can learn a thing or two about healthy snacks to take on the go, and you can apply this to your busy lifestyle, because I know all of us out there basically have something that keeps us super busy and keeps us from maybe eating healthy foods on the go, and I totally relate. I totally get it. So I hope you learn a thing or two from this video, and I guess let's get straight into it. So I apologize, it is a little windy out here, so if my hair is blowing everywhere and I keep touching my hair, I'm sorry. Okay, so the first thing on my list, I have my bag right here next to me. Apples, oranges, and bananas. These are the easiest fruits to take with us on the go because they're pretty tough, with the exception of bananas, which they are easy to take with us, but they do bruise pretty easily. So when you take a banana with you on the go, you want to make sure that's on top of your bag, not like smashed in the bottom of your backpack or your bag. Hello, person with loud music. You want to make sure if you're taking something like a banana, just keep it on the top of your bag so you're not going to crush it, because you know we've all had that happen before with a banana. But as for apples and oranges, you can kind of put them wherever they fit in your bag, and they're not really going to bruise very easily. Now they can, so be mindful, but they're really hard to bruise, and they're my favorite fruits to take on the go. The thing with fruits that you want to remember when you take them on the go is to wash them beforehand, because you don't want to be stuck in an area where you don't know if there's like sanitary water to wash your fruit off with, and you know, like when you crave a fruit, you're gonna crave it at random. So make sure you wash off your fruits before you leave and pack them in your bags, because then you're gonna be set and you're gonna be good to go once you're actually out and about and you want something to eat. So fruits have a lot of healthy carbohydrates and also fiber, different vitamins and minerals in them. My second thing in my bag is little energy bites, and these are the ones I got from Aldi. They are PB&J energy bites, and they have like roasted peanuts, brown rice syrup, dried cherries, pea protein, brown rice protein, a little agave nectar, dates, and flaxseed. So they have a lot of different good stuff in them. They are energy dense, which means they have quite a bit of calories in each bite, but this is kind of a good thing when you're out and about and you just need a snack and something to tide you over, especially if you're craving like a sweet treat. Be mindful of like your portion sizes with energy bites, but they are really tasty and they're usually made with really good ingredients. Now, I don't necessarily go gluten-free for everything, but these said PB&J, so I just had to grab them from Aldi. Another thing to keep in mind though, because these can get actually pretty expensive, you can easily make these at home with protein powder, dates, almonds, and nut butters. So they're really easy. Maybe I can make a video on that in the future, but they're super simple to do on your own at home. So don't be afraid to make these on your own, and you can make them whatever flavor you want. Coconut, you can do them with peanut butter, almonds, dried mango, anything like that. I got a hair in my face. Have usually like one or two of them is going to be a portion size, depending on how long it's been since you last ate. So again, mindful with portions, but don't think it's a bad thing that they are energy dense, because we all need a little energy when we're on the road, or we're taking like a trip, or we're just not going to have lunch or dinner for a long time. Don't worry about that too much. Let's see what else is in my bag. So one of my favorite things is bars, and I like protein bars, but I also like the fruit and nut bars. This is something that I've always been a big fan of bars, just because they're so convenient and they kind of taste like a sweet treat. They're, you know, a lot of healthy ones out there, luckily. So my favorite ones are Larabars. I have the blueberry muffin and then the lemon bar with me today, and these are my favorite ones for summer. Also the coconut cream one is really good for summer, but I kind of like to switch it up because I get bored if I have the same one over and over again. So switch it up with Larabars. In the winter time and stuff like that, I usually crave the chocolatey ones, and then in the summertime I get the fruity ones, and I just kind of always rotate them out so I never get tired of them. These don't have a whole lot of protein, but they are healthy carbs. Most of them are just almonds and dates and cashews and different dried fruits, so they're all really good. There are a few that are better than others, just a warning with the Larabars, but I think you'll find one that you like, especially if you like dried fruit. Another protein bar that I've really been loving is Oatmega, and this is a whey protein bar that has oats in it. It has whey protein, and it also has a little bit of added fiber and added omega-3 fatty acids. These are so good. They taste amazing. They're like basically like a chocolate bar, but their ingredients, if you look at them, they're absolutely fantastic. I really like these because they keep me full. You definitely want to have them with like a glass of water because they do contain some fiber, and that's really, if you get some water with the fiber, it fills you up a lot better than if you just have it by itself. Same with most of the protein bars that I'm going to mention here, but always drink water. Bring water with you. I carry my insulated water bottle with me everywhere I go, or I carry like bottled water or something like that. These are really cool. This one's kind of dinged up right now. I wish it looked the same way as it did when I first got it because I love it. It's rose gold. It kind of looks gold right now, but these are really good, and I just bought this on Amazon, but find it at Target or anywhere basically. They have them for really cheap, and insulated water bottles. You can fit like a smoothie or water, anything in those. Make sure you clean them out really well when you're done, because then they can stink a little bit if you don't clean them out well. Side tangent. And then also lately I've been having the Tone It Up protein bars. I love these. At first I was like a little skeptical of getting them just because they are pretty expensive. I think it was like $6.99 for a box of 4, which I kind of thought was a little ridiculous, but I love supporting Tone It Up, so I bought them anyway, and I really enjoyed them. They are a little different than some of the protein bars that I've had in the past. They're more of like a crispy protein bar, and they're lighter. They're not as dense and heavy, which is a good thing. You know, I kind of like to switch it up with my protein bars so I don't always feel like I'm eating the same ones. And they're 160 calories, so they're a little lower calorie count than most protein bars, and again, they're very light. So if you're not feeling something heavy or dense, like an Oatmega bar would be a lot more dense and like rich, then the Tone It Up protein bars are really good. I haven't tried the blueberry coconut one yet, but I'm up for trying that one next because I was really a fan of the peanut butter chocolate one. Again, a reminder, bring your water and drink it with whatever snack you have because it's going to help you feel fuller longer. Sometimes when we think we're hungry, we're actually thirsty. I'm sure you've heard that tip like 1,000 times, but it's true, and I do it a lot. I don't drink as much water as I should, and then I end up regretting it later. So make sure you drink water along with your meals and snacks throughout the day, not just at the end of the day when you remember, like me. One bar that I've been loving a lot lately is my homemade pumpkin protein bars, and I didn't bring them with me because I forgot, but I have them in my freezer right now. I just cooked up a big batch and I put them in my freezer because I can't eat all of them at once because it makes a pretty big batch. But I would love to make a video about that pretty soon for you guys, especially since fall is coming up. And just let me know if you'd be interested in that video because I think I'm gonna make it because I absolutely love these bars. They're kind of a recipe that I took from a blog and then I twisted it into my own concoction. They turned out really well, and they're full of protein, fiber, beta carotene, and pumpkin, of course, which if any of you love fall as much as I do, comment below because we should be friends. I cannot wait until pumpkin everything comes, but that's a side tangent. On with the next snack. Another one of my favorite snacks is trail mix or granola or like nuts and seeds. Trail mix, I tend to be kind of lazy and usually I just end up buying the one at the store, and they usually have really good ones, so I'm not complaining. This one I have is a superfood goji berry mix. It's from Aldi. If you don't have an Aldi near you, you can always find just a different one. But I always like to have these with like yogurt because they add a little bit to yogurt. But if you are on a trip and you don't, you can't carry yogurt with you because you have to refrigerate it, then just having it on its own is really good too. And that is my favorite mix from Aldi. So again, if you have an Aldi near you, try that one out for sure. My second favorite thing is these cocoa dusted almonds. With traveling, you don't want to bring chocolate covered things because they will melt. You will regret it. Always make sure that things that you carry with you, especially if it's hot in your car, which typically it's going to be, that it's not going to melt on you, because then you're going to have a sticky mess, and no one really wants to do that while they're driving or on a road trip or on a plane or wherever you are. These are super good, and they have minimal ingredients in them. They're just basically almonds with a little cocoa powder added to them. So Blue Diamond, they have a ton of different flavors too. If you don't like sweet, you can get like savory ones. They have like sriracha ones and honey roasted almonds, so you can try those for sure. I have more of a sweet tooth, so I always like crave things that are sweet, but those are really easy. And if you need like a sweet treat that's not actual chocolate, then those are really, really good. I also have protein granola. Personally, I like granola best on yogurt. People are so loud today. Personally, I like granola best on yogurt, but you can also mix it in with different trail mix and other things like that, or you can have it on with an apple or something like that. Sometimes I have an apple with peanut butter and then I sprinkle a little granola on that, so that's one way you can use it too. Or if you have like a little almond milk with you and it doesn't need refrigeration, then you can easily add it to granola in a little bowl and then just eat your granola like that, like a cereal. So this is really good. It has 10 grams of protein in each serving. For my snacks that need portioning out, like granola and trail mix and nuts and seeds, I like to put my extra protein scoops into the bags of the granola and the trail mix to have a little portioning tool for them. And a protein powder scoop is about 1/4 of a cup, because typically a portion size for something like nuts and seeds and trail mix is going to be about 1/4 of a cup anyway. If you want to have more, that's totally fine, but at least you know exactly what you're getting, because sometimes when we take things like a big bag of granola on a trip, we don't realize how much we're consuming just because it's kind of like a mindless eating. So again, just be mindful with your portions. Don't obsess over it or don't overthink it, but I always like to know what I'm consuming, because then you just become more aware, and you're aware of when you're I just made a new word. I don't know what it means, but so those are some of my favorite snacks to eat on the go. Again, this can be just for work. This can be for when you're traveling with your girlfriends or guy friends or whoever, and you just need some healthy snacks and you don't want to eat a bunch of crap while you're on the road. Even though I'm not opposed to the occasional bit of snacks, it's always good to focus on the healthy and then have a little bit of wiggle room for those treats and stuff like that on special occasions. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you can use some of these ideas in your next trip. And thumbs up if you like these snacks, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite snack to eat on the go is. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. Bye.